Let me ask you something. How much of your life are you living as you, and how much are you living as the version of you shaped by fear, doubt, limitation, and old assumptions? Neville Goddard said that to manifest anything new, you must abandon the old self entirely. Not fight it, not negotiate with it, not try to fix it, but abandon it, completely. He called this self-abandonment, and it is the true doorway into a new reality. People think manifestation is about wanting something harder, visualizing longer, or affirming louder. But the truth is far simpler. You don't get your desire by pushing for it. You get it by stepping out of the version of you who doesn't have it. Neville said, "Dare to assume you are what you want to be, and you will become it." But what he didn't always explicitly spell out is that assuming the new version of yourself requires a death. The death of the old identity. The death of the past. The death of the I can't, I don't know, I'm not ready identity you've been carrying. Self-abandonment is the moment you stop arguing for your limitations. Think about how often we replay old versions of ourselves. I'm always unlucky. I'm not confident enough. Money never comes to me easily. I'm not the type people fall in love with. It's too hard for me to change. Do you see what is happening here? You are feeding an identity that no longer serves you. You are loyal to an old self that is blocking your desire. Neville taught that your identity is the only thing creating your world. So to change your world, you must be willing to drop the identity that built the previous one. Self-abandonment means stepping out of your past like stepping out of an old coat. No guilt, no drama, and slipping effortlessly into a new state. Let's go deeper. Close your eyes even for a moment and imagine the version of you who already has your desire. The money, the love, the confidence, the success, the freedom. Notice how that version of you feels, how they breathe, the decisions they make, the energy they carry. Now ask yourself, what do I need to abandon in order to become this version of myself? Is it a belief? Is it a fear? Is it a memory? Is it a story you've been telling yourself for years? Neville said the old self doesn't have to be healed. It just has to be left behind. That's the power of self-abandonment. You don't negotiate with your past, you walk out of it. This technique works because manifestation is not about forcing a new reality. It's about choosing a new identity. The minute you stop being the version of you who doubts, the version who fears, the version who overthinks, the version who feels unworthy, the world must shift. It has no choice because your outer world is simply a mirror of who you believe you are. So how do you practice self-abandonment? You do it in the micro moments, the inner conversations, the assumptions, the automatic reactions. When your mind tries to pull you back into the old pattern, you gently say, "That's not me anymore." And you shift into the new identity. Not tomorrow, not next week. Right now. Let's say you're manifesting money. The old self says, "I can't afford that." The new self, the one who already has money, and says, "Money flows to me easily." Self-abandonment is choosing the new voice every single time. Let's say you're manifesting love. The old self says, "No one chooses me." The new self says, "I am deeply loved." And you abandon the old reality without apology. Let's say you're manifesting confidence or success. The old self says, "I'm not enough." The new self says, "Everything I want is mine." And you breathe into that new identity until it becomes natural. Neville said, "You become what you are conscious of being." That means your new reality begins the moment you commit to being someone else internally. You don't need permission. You don't need proof. You don't need evidence. You don't need circumstances to change first. The new identity creates the circumstances, not the other way around. Self-abandonment also dissolves resistance. Why? Because resistance only exists in the old state. When you step into the new identity, resistance cannot survive. Imagine trying to bring your old fears into your new self. They simply don't match. It's like trying to bring darkness into light. It disappears automatically. Tonight, before sleep, ask yourself, what identity am I still clinging to? What version of me is blocking my desire? And then whisper Neville's words, "I am already what I want to be." Fall asleep in that knowing. Let the new state take over. Let the old self fade with the night. When you practice self-abandonment consistently, your manifestations begin showing up faster because you're no longer sending mixed signals. You're no longer 1 foot in the old state and 1 foot in the new. You're all in, internally, and the universe always responds to that clarity. So today, choose your identity consciously. Stop identifying with the old story. Stop carrying the old limitations. Stop feeding the old assumptions. Abandon who you used to be. Step into who you choose to be. That is the essence of Neville's self-abandonment technique. And once you master it, your entire life will rearrange itself with breathtaking speed.